Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 6 of our adventure on Goldenland, Life is Feudal MMO 0.2.0. So, you're probably going to ask yourselves, is he inside like a starter town? No, this is definitely not a starter town, because no starter town has a 3-story plaster house. So, over the weekend we have been hauling ass on the resources, wood especially, and we now have two 3-story plaster houses. I showed you in the previous episode our stone bell tower and our church. We now have, to complement it, 2 large houses, 3-story houses, and we have a large plaster house on the making here, and we have one round this corner. So if I go round this corner, there's the second one. So now we no longer need those shacks at the back of our claim now. As you've seen in the previous episodes, we have an absolute maze of shacks, a massive slum of shacks. We've also been doing really good on the terraforming, as you can clearly see. All the terraforming guys have been doing a really grand job. In the first episode and second episode, this was not this deep. This is ultra deep right now. This is really good, and you can see the layers, or the levels, sorry, of the defense of this area, and it's gonna be big, because I think we're gonna spread it to the front, or at least we're starting on the front. Look at that, we've already started on it. How crazy is that? It's gonna be nice and low down. We've also started a road out towards our vassal claims as well, which is awesome, because now we can actually connect with each other and trade with each other. If we need to send a quick relief force, we can do that, and we can get them on the road and get that speed bonus. But anyway, let me update you with the current progress of TVG. TVG have been hauling ass, as I said, over the weekend, doing a lot of crazy stuff. We also got into a fight. I unfortunately died because I forgot this game has lag compensation, and the hits were actually hitting way before the strike was actually initiated. So by that I mean, when they wound up to release, halfway through their release phase, I get hit, and then when the actual axe or sword struck me, it didn't do anything. So there's a wee bit of lag compensation. That's something I need to work on personally. That's not something that's particularly bad about the game, because it does sometimes help if there's a large amount of people in the area. But anyway, that's something I need to sort out. We've also started our tree farm. As you can see, it started to grow. We've got a few nice spruce over there. We've got some aspen, maybe some birch in amongst them. These warehouses are now getting packed with resources as well. That one over there mainly, that one over there mainly having farm material in there, so seeds, flax seeds, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of good stuff. Anyway, let's go into the main part of the claim. I'll show you what we've changed, or at least added to our zone. Let me open up this door. There we go. You can get in. There we go. We've now got castle walls, which we are currently, I don't know if we're focusing on them at the moment, but we're definitely working towards getting them up, and it is probably a good idea. You know, this nice raised ground. If we go over here, imagine that. Imagine the castle walls right here looking down. That would be awesome. That's an awesome sight to behold. And we're also going to put a gatehouse right here. As you can see, we've also planned out the gap here. This isn't just here for show. This is here for a practical use. We're going to have a gatehouse right here. We've also got 5 stables. 5 stables. We've got some horses breeding in here. We've actually got pregnant horses as well. They no longer just, you know, you put a male in it, you put a female in it, and then a baby pops out kind of deal. Now you have to put a male in with some females, and the females get pregnant, and you also need to take care of those pregnant horses. I don't know if there's any changes to the way they eat if they're pregnant, if they need anything else in particular. For example, I've seen a post on Reddit that you need to add water to these places. Now, I'm not an animal lore guy. I need to actually level up one of my characters to do animal lore, so I myself can learn it. But what I'm going to do eventually in these videos is I'm going to get a couple of my guys to actually detail what their profession is, have them speak on the video and talk a wee bit about their profession, and get a wee bit of insight and a wee bit of, you know, wee bit hints and tips and tricks from those guys and give them to you guys who are starting on the Life is Feudal MMO. As you can also see, we have been hauling ass on the whole container system. We've also got horses, which is a major boost to our economy. We can now go places that we need to farm. For example, we can go up north to go to a different server, a different region, to collect different types of crops, barley, oats, flax, all sorts of stuff. We've also been doing a good job on the whole iron collection. Now, some people have been asking me, is there new iron types added to this game? Because a lot of people have been seeing them in containers and from dead players who have been obviously killed out in the open and they've not been looted properly. Yes, they have added 2 types that I know of right now. Now, you've got their standard iron. Now, if I run over here, let me just show you this, right? So if I run over here, this little chest right here, open this up and you can see the little, you know, little diamonds at the top of these. So we've got 3 types of iron. So we have case hardened iron. This is a mixture of the iron and rock salt. I'll show you what rock salt looks like, right? Rock salt dropped looks like this. See this white stuff? It almost looks like salt, you know, white salt rocks. Rock salt, this is what you need to do. You need to combine this rock salt with the iron inside a bloomery or a furnace and you'll produce case hardened iron. Sorry, I had to say that twice there. Now the other type is toughened iron. Now let me just show you that, right? So here it is here, toughened iron bar. Iron bar made from iron and brimstone. As you probably guessed it, this yellow stuff right here is brimstone. Combining both iron and brimstone in a furnace or bloomery, you are going to get nice toughened iron. Now, I can't actually tell you the difference between the 3 of them because I'm not a blacksmith character, I'm actually a farmer, as everybody knows. So I can't really tell you much about those types of iron. However, as I said, I'll try and get one of my guys on one of these videos and they'll discuss and obviously tell you the differences between your standard iron, your toughened iron, your case hardened iron bars and all that kind of stuff. So I think that would be really good for these videos and I hope you guys think so too. If you do, leave a comment below, tell me if you think it would be a good idea. At least it'll let you guys know a little bit of tips, a little bit of tricks about the Life is Feudal MMO, a wee bit about blacksmithing. I think the guys are going out a little trading run right now. I think they're going up to the trade post. I think that's what they're doing. At least we've got horses now. We can actually, instead of running for hours, we can now get there by horse, which is a big benefit. As you can see, as I said, containers, lots of training getting done right here. We've actually almost busted all of these training dummies right now. Over there is Gunner and Dokes. They're currently training up their constitution. And oh, there's one other thing I want to tell you guys about. Some people have been asking, how do you make rags? How do you make boots, primitive boots and primitive wristbands and things like that? Well, the first thing you're going to need, I believe, is the household skill, either level 0 or level 30. I believe it is. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I don't want to get this wrong for you guys. I've already said that the, you know, raising your or enabling the skill boost actually doubles the amount. It actually doubles the amount of skill points you get. It doesn't double the time or half the time you could actually get. I understand I was wrong on that. I'm sorry to say that. People have corrected me and I'm aware of it. So that was my mistake, guys. Sorry about that. But to make primitive boots, primitive wristbands, you know, rags, what you're going to need is you're going to need bones, plant fibre, and you're going to need yourself a stick, because what you're going to do is you're going to do the usual, create a primitive tool, and you're going to need a primitive sewing tool, right? So you double click the sewing tool and look, you can get steep rags or step rags, however you want to say it, rags, northern rags. You can get wristbands. You can also make your simple rope and simple cloth. You can make your bows from this as well. There's your simple boots, your fur hat, and your bandages, which is probably the more important of the lot. So I'm going to make a few of those right now. But that's how you make the primitive stuff, the primitive wearable gear. you need a primitive sewing kit. So you need plant fibre, a stick and some bones. Those are the three ingredients you're going to need. You can see it for yourselves if you right click on a branch and you create primitive tools. You'll be able to make them yourselves. So I hope that's actually helped you out. I hope that's helped out a lot of the new guys who have joined the Life is Feudal MMO, and yeah, I hope this has genuinely helped you. So I've finished making all my bandages. I'll be able to hand them out to my my healers. They're quality 56. Because I am level 60 in the whole gathering thing, and I'm level 60 in household, I'm going to get some nicely made bandages. Hopefully these will provide more or less bleeding to anybody who actually needs it. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you off to day 7, and I hope you enjoyed day 6. I'll see you in just a second. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very dreary day 7 on Life is Feudal MMO 0.2.0 on Goldenland. Anyway, this is technically not day 7, this is technically day 8, because my day 7 footage actually got completely corrupted and the software I use refused to record further. So, this is day 8, but it's technically day 7 for me. Anyway, let's update you guys in what's been happening in the last 48 hours instead of the last 24 hours, because, you know, that footage actually held a bunch of good stuff and I can't get it all back because it's gone. Anyway, we have been hauling ass on the whole container phase. Also, remember I was telling you about iron ore? Check this out, an ore washer. Now I can't use this right now, but I've still to ask the guys about this, the ore washer. If you guys know what this actually does, tell me in the comments, because I've yet to ask my guys in the guild what this actually does. I mean, it's pretty obvious for the name ore washer. You're washing the iron ore for you know, dirt and stuff like that. But that's pretty cool that you can actually wash the ore now, which is nice. And I had a little nosy over here. Where is it? Where is it? There's an oven over here. Where is it? There's a cairnstone over here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it looks a lot different from the one that's actually there. It's there. It's a cairnstone called Flowers, but this is the cairnstone. You notice how it's like completely different from the one in Life is Feudal your own? It's so different, it's so strange. Can I actually use it? I can use that. Hey! Oh, that's pretty nice. Wild crops I can create flour from. I can create crushed oats, rye flour, white flour. Stop pointing at me. Stop it. You fool. Asgar, go. You're meant to be doing something. And then we've got white flour, which comes from wheat. So this is the obvious one. Ignore this person right here. He's being a fool. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I thought I'd show you that, guys. That I didn't realise actually I was actually high enough level to use that. Go, go figure. That I've actually got 30 cooking. I forgot about that. So let me just run down my skills for you, and I'm going to run down the skill tree for you as well, because some people have been asking about it. So, the skill tree is a lot more simplistic. It's a wee bit tailored to the way that the combat tree is tailored. So you've got, you know, artisan, you've got construction, masonry, architecture. That's your building tree. Then you've got mining, then you've got materials processing, precious prospecting, and you've got jewellery. So this is your kind of mining for gems and sweet ore, stuff like that. Then we've got forestry, carpentry, bowcraft, and warfare engineering. So woodwork, this is your woodwork. This is the guys who go into their carpenters' workshops and make all manner of things. And then we have the metalwork skill tree, kilning. So this is the ability to use a kiln, and then obviously level 30 sorry, glass blowing, level 60 you can make glass bottles. You know, that's pretty simplistic. That's essentially smelting. Anyway, so now we've got forging as well, which is, we've no longer got smelting. This is actually smelting right here, kilning. Then we've got forging, and then you've got weaponsmithing, and then you've got armour smithing. So you need to make tools before you can make weapons, which is quite interesting, and I kind of like it, because it does go back to day 1 when I told you guys about how we could only get like really basic weapons. This is the reason why, because we needed 13 forging, and obviously level 0 in weapon forging. We needed level 60 in this to get to level 30 in this, which means we can actually forge regular melee weapons. So we can actually forge, you know, swords and stuff like that. Apparently you could only forge like spears and basic axes and things like that. And then obviously you've got armor smithing, which is, you know, armor parts, and you can make the armor at level 30. You can craft heavy armor from a regular blueprint. You can craft heavy armor, again, regular blueprint, and chance of inventing royal armor as well. So you can see that it kind of follows the way the combat tree follows. So you've got your cavalry, which is your lancer, you've got your militia and spearmen, which is kind of guard anti-cav. Then you've got your basic foot infantry, so you've got your footman, your swordsman, your huscarl, you've got your archer classes, your slinger, your archer, your ranger. So you're progressively getting better weapons as you go. You're progressively getting better, more useful skills as you advance through these skills. So the good thing that I like about this is there's no splits. It's just a straightforward tree, and that makes things a hell of a lot simpler in this game. Especially, well, for me it makes it a lot simpler. It's actually a lot nicer in my opinion. We've got household, which is essentially just your basic cooking, preparing food. Your farming, your cooking, your tailoring. So this is like your kind of farm dwelling chap who likes to make leather gear, who likes to cook, who likes to farm. And then you've got your herbalist and potion making and healing tree. So you've got your obvious gathering, your herbalism. Then you've got healing. Herbalism now incorporates mixing of preparation and stuff like that. You've got your healing, and you've got your alchemy, hooray, and then you've got your hunting tree, which actually leads to warhorse training. So you need to be a proficient hunter, you need to be a proficient procurer, a proficient animal husbandry individual, and then you can start training horses, you can start training them war horses. And right now we have a few courier horses, which is awesome, because courier horses are a lot better than normal horses. They have a slight speed increase. I'm not 100% sure. You guys who know your animal lore, you guys can probably correct me on this, but as I said, it follows a simplistic path. It's just a straightforward tree, you know, just like the combat tree. As you can see here, it's pretty simple. If you want to be a scale guy with a sword and a shield, you go on the third tree. If you want to be a guy in padded with anti-cavalry measures that can possibly hold a spear and a shield, you go for the second tree. Pretty straightforward, and I like that. I like the simplicity of it. It's a lot better in my opinion. Now, most people have been asking about the whole upgrading business. Now, I'm currently upgrading my lancer, okay? I'm not actually doing anything. I've got some banked points here that's currently being used. So, you can only upgrade 2 skills at one time. This means you can only upgrade this, a basic crafting. You can, in fact, hold on, let me stop this. Let me just experiment with this. So you can do two skills. In fact, drop that. I don't want that. You can do 2 skills here, but if I was to, for example, if I lock that and I say level up cooking, if I go to level up my spearman, it doesn't. It tells me that I'm essentially reached the maximum amount that I can actually level up. So you've reached the limit of skills marked for an upgrade. You're only allowed 2. This also counts if you go to your minor skills. So let me stop this. So if I level up my lancer again and I go to my minor skills, I want to level up my swimming, same deal. So you've got 3 tabs to choose from in terms of skills. You need to be very proficient in how you actually choose which ones are actually going to level up. The way I've been doing it is I've been dedicating 1 upgrade to crafting only and 1 only to PvP skills. However, for you guys who have got like maybe 2 main characters that have got PvE skills and PvP skills, and you want your additional 3 characters to just be PvP, I mean, you don't have to level anything up on the whole, you know, PvE skill tree. You can just take that off and put it back onto a PvP skill, which means you could level up, for example, if you just joined the game and you wanted it to be a PvP only character, you could set it to, you know, level up footman from 30 to 60, depending on what race that you chose at the start, and you could probably set it to slinger as well. So you'd be upgrading from 30 to 60, but 0 to 30, and it would go at a fair pace. I think it's the same for for each type of skill. But I like it. It's really fun, and I enjoy it, and it makes things a lot easier for new guys who are joining this game, because it allows them, oh, I want to be someone who builds. Okay, so I take this top tree, and this allows me to build everything. I want to be a miner. Okay, I'll take the second tree. I want to be someone who works with wood. Third tree. I want to be a blacksmith. I want to make things out of metal. Fourth tree. Farmer, herbalist, hunter, animal husbandry, a breeder as well. So that's a little rundown of the skill tree, and I really like it. Some people don't like it, but I think it's actually pretty good, especially thinking from a perspective of a new player coming into the game, and they're like, what do I do? How do I do this? What are these skills? What does this tree mean? What does that mean? All you have to do is click it a few times and you get the gist of it. Artisan, construction, oh, that guy builds. Masonry, oh, he builds big stone buildings. Architecture, oh, you can build castles. Obviously not everybody thinks like that, but for me that's what I would assume. Oh, gathering, herbalism, oh, I'm now a type of healer, I can make potions and stuff like that. But you get the gist. Anyway guys, this is going to be day 7, because day 7, or day 8 technically, day 7's lost to us. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed day 6 and day 7, leave a thumbs up on the video, helps me out, tells me that you guys are still enjoying this little series that I'm putting together on the MMO. If you really like these episodes and you want them to continue, consider subscribing, ring the little bell, stay up to date with all these videos coming out. So guys, from myself and my sexy falchion that's got no skin on it whatsoever, I didn't pay for any skins for this this sword, I think. I've been Mr. Feudal, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all later.